Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Back Porch Lounge. We are the Leaf Cutters, and we are not professionals, but we are here to help. I'm your host, Ben.
I'm Andy.
You kind of got
I'm
Grimm, but
Robert.
I'm about to start running.
I'm Zack.
And Grimm's already about to run. I don't understand what's going on here.
Man, okay, so I was setting up right, and I felt like a web on my shoulder or whatever, and I brushed it off. I'm like, no, whatever. I don't see no spider. Ha ha ha. And then I sat down to do this, and I looked up, and there's this giant destructive force of nature, like staring me down, like you just screwed my my web, dude. And I'm all like, I'm not going back through that door again. Like, I just lost my house. I got evicted.
You're probably okay as long as it's not shaking a fist at you. If it's shaking a fist, then it's vengeance.
It's doing something, and I don't like it.
Well, but even if it's shaking a fist, how many fists is it shaking? How angry?
Oh,
is
it's a scale, right? It's
how many is too many?
So
if it's
you need
above 3, then yeah.
Yeah. They needed like 3 to be stable, right? 3. So 5 is maximum 8.
Yes.
And unless they're hanging
3,
upside
you
down.
still need to run.
If you get 2 fists, you only have 40% hate.
50% 8.
That's pretty much it.
It's not enough to fuck off with.
All right. So getting over Grimm's crisis here.
Yeah.
We are going to be smoking something very special tonight. And it's what we said last time, and that's the Camacho Triple Maduro.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is an extremely heavy cigar. So I do recommend. There you go.
It doesn't feel any heavier than a normal cigar.
Well, wait till you smoke it, buddy.
And I am scared.
Mine feels triple.
Yeah, Robert.
It's weird.
Robert's kind of scared on this one.
Is it triple the weight,
But,
or is it triple the strength?
Just triple
the strength.
And bear in mind, I don't smoke cigars normally.
Dude, if this doesn't knock me out and I'm not like laying on my lawn, right, waiting for said spider to murder me at this point, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
And you should. You should be. I mean, because I hyped it up
I'm
so much.
flashing back to any of the paralysis moments in a movie where something's creeping close to the hero, and he's all like, "I can't move. I got paralyzed by fish toxin, whatever." And except now it's a spider coming to me in Maduro.
Nice.
Camacho, I mean.
So apparently this is infamous since 1962.
1962.
Yeah.
And
reading is hard, Zack. I know.
While we light up, Robert has a question.
Okay, so, I'm one of those people who goes into a store and he shops. And he doesn't even really know what he's shopping for. I'm just there to shop. If something catches my eye, I buy it. Why do cigar shop owners, feel the need to follow me in to a humidor when I'm shopping? I don't know what I want. I'm there looking.
That's an excellent question. And I'll field the first part of that. Most of the time when you're going into a cigar shop and the owners, follow you into the humidor, most of the time it's they want to make sure that, you find everything you want, because there may be something you're looking for special. They may come out and tell you, hey, we don't carry that. Or they may be wanting to help you out and let you know, hey, we have something new. You might want to try it out. Depends on what you like to smoke. Or they just want to get to know you, honestly, because they want you to be a repeat customer. And that's kind of a rapport builder when you go in and they follow you into and make sure you're comfortable inside the cigar shop. Because there's a lot of novice cigar smokers out there. And especially if you walk in, you don't know what you're looking for. You don't know, exactly what your tastes are yet. They are actually there to help. So don't take it offensively unless you're just, a fucking thief. Then, yeah, take it offensively because they're making sure you're not stealing their shit.
They're definitely in there for lots.
I was going to say that.
I have had somebody watch me like I had already stole something. I had not. This is the first time I'd ever been there. But
yeah, I mean, some cigar shops are like that. They're very protective over their shit, but you just can't. You can't sit there and take it personally because they're there to do their business.
we did a podcast.
Yeah,
on
and
we did a podcast on our last podcast that was at a cigar shop, and they followed us in, and I was like, I can't put stuff in my pockets if you're watching. They did
Well,
not
the funny
find it
thing was
funny,
we actually-
but I was laughing.
Yeah, he didn't find it funny at all.
No.
But the funny thing about that that's pawn shop, that cigar shop, it was like really small, and it was like 3 feet from the register, so you literally could see into it. There was nowhere to hide in that humidor. You could see everything from the register, but yet they still wanted to come in there with you. And I'm like, there's not enough room in here for 3 people.
It
honestly.
was cozy.
Yeah.
Like, I might have felt like a poke or something, you know, and just like not even intentional, just a small little poke.
Just in the small of your back.
Yeah.
Just on the small of the back, you know. Like, hey.
Well, I want to bring up another thing.
I agree.
Like go ahead, Andy. Sorry.
No, I agree with you. I think that, you know, in most cases, it's even with somebody, you know, with a small shop that's got a small humidor, they're there for, you know, those 2 main reasons. They want to help you navigate what they have, help you find something that you may like, and keep you from stealing, you know, 5-finger discount in your stuff.
Yeah.
And like when I went, hey, Tobacco House, here's your shout out. Went on the Tobacco House to pick these up for Zack and myself. The manager there followed me in, which was great because I didn't know where the heck these were in their humidor. Like, so she helped point that out on top of, have you been since we got these 3 or 4 new items, and which ones of them do you want? So, you know, that was helpful as hell for me.
Yeah, and that makes sense. But
To be
there's
fair,
also like,
to be fair, you also don't want to get lost in their humidor, especially when they take you in. When I went and got this bad boy at the same cigar shop that Ben did, I got another guy followed me in, and I was like, "Hey, I want a Camacho," and gave it to him. He handed it to me, super nice, super friendly, and I waited for him to, you know, to finish up with the other dude because there was a lock on the door. But I wandered off because I was like looking at, you know, random cigars and shit, and I found an Opus X with a blue label. It was $152.
So you immediately picked up 5, right?
Well, my first thing was, don't fucking touch it, stupid. You know? And then I realized, like, I'm wandering off to this corner by myself with $152 cigars. Like, I went straight back to the register, and I was like, I'm good. I'm out. I'm good. Just, because the last thing I need is him to be like, empty your pockets because you just stole $152 worth of stick.
Yeah, it becomes a felony real quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but I want to bring up another thing. Like, when you do go into some cigar shops, like a lot of times they're trying to give you proper etiquette for their shop. And what I mean by that is, if you go into some cigar shops, especially like old school cigar shops, like I have up the road here, they ask you to write down your prices. So
Yep.
they may be coming in there just a heads up, you know, we have a lot of selection here. If you don't mind, take a little scrap piece of paper with you with this clipboard and write down your prices for me. And it may just be an informative thing. So my point is, don't be intimidated when you're going into a cigar shop and getting a cigar, especially if it's your first time. It may be a little weird just because you're going to walk in and there's going to be a whole bunch of guys sitting around there just kind of staring at you for a minute. That's normal.
They're
Just
sizing
go
you
in.
up.
normal.
Yeah, take a look around, see what you want, and like I said, they're there to help. So if you have any questions, anything like that, don't be afraid to ask. There's plenty of people there that are just a wealth of knowledge and saying, hey, what kind of flavors do you like, or are you starting off, or you new? You can get tips from us, of course, but they're there to help as well. So don't be intimidated.
I had to say, okay.
You talk about shop etiquette. You know, when I started going to Buckhead Cigar up in North Atlanta, buckets had to come off, and as you walked in the door, if you had a hat on, and I was reminded of that multiple times as I'd already rounded the corner into the humidor. Hey, take that, as Mike would say, take that shit off and hang it on the hat rack. But yeah, it's almost always a helpful piece.
Man.
That's
just proper etiquette.
Bro.
It's like, because I asked, because one of the first ones I ever went into, there were like 7-8 people in the shop, and they were too busy playing dominoes to actually watch me go in the humidor. And so, then the next one I went into, the guy came and stood right next to me. And I'm like, bro, don't need you.
You just need a hug.
I guess he did.
Hey man, maybe he needs a friend that day. Maybe you were being a little pushy there.
I mean, cigar shops can be a little lonely now and then.
Yeah, right.
Especially if they're not a good shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not a good job. He followed one too many people into the humidor, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I've had good experience at Tobacco House here in Shreveport also. My ideal scenario is I go in to the humidor, they follow me in like Andy was saying, give me a what's on sale, what's new, what's exciting, that kind of thing, and then leave me alone. And maybe check on me if I've been in there for a while to see if I need to find something that's buried. But I've definitely also experienced what Robert's talking about, where you go into the shop and they're eyeballing you the whole time. Like you've already stole stuff and you haven't. It's their first time being there, maybe the second time being there. And you just need a little bit of time to browse.
Yeah. But, and that's kind of the stigma that goes on when you're talking about cigar shops and things like that and people going into them. And that's what I'm trying to ward people off from. It's like, don't worry about that part. Ignore it. Because, I mean, honestly, by the second or third time you probably go in there, they'll know you. They'll see your face and be like, oh, okay, I've seen that guy before. I got to help him. Or, if you did ask several questions, they may ask you again, hey, do you need any help? But, they just get to know you kind of thing. But, what are first thoughts about the Camacho?
She's spicy.
Got a really clean draw for me.
It's a really clean draw, but it's heavy smoke. And it's definitely got some flavor behind it. It's got a tobacco flavor to me.
It tastes somewhat cigar-like.
Cigar, yeah.
Well, it's one of those.
I know what you meant. I'm just teasing.
Well, you're smoking a cigar, right?
Yeah.
I mean, straight up. Not that
It's
that's
not
a
a
bad
more
taste, but it's rich.
Yeah.
The
Go ahead, Andy.
leather comes to mind.
Yes, leathery. That's a great word to describe it. It's very leathery and almost buttery on the back end. Not in taste, but smoothness.
Yeah, the smoke is thick. I'm getting a little bit of cedar and black pepper.
I'm not getting the black pepper part.
It's tapered off, but when I first lit up, it was just like, hey, I just spilled pepper all over you.
That's why you're sneezing.
No, that's because the wind just blew the cigar smoke back at me.
Wait, you get a breeze? I'm not getting a breeze over here. That sucks.
It's gone away. I do have a couple of fans going.
What about you, Robert?
So far, so good. It does smoke very smoothly. I really don't feel a heaviness to it.
Not yet.
Not yet. It is very smooth going down. And it's nice.
Well, I didn't want anybody to have a bias about the cigar, but my little thing about the Triple Maduro is it starts off smooth. It starts off, heavy smoke, everything like that. When you get about halfway, it gets heavier. And then when you get towards the end, it is heavy as can be. But I want to see if anybody else, sees that and the same thing I see when I smoke this.
Ash
So Grimm, how's
construction
Air Dog
is
doing?
like really good.
Yeah, it's very tight roll. What does
What'd
Grimm
you say,
think?
Robert?
I said, so Grimm, how's Aragog doing?
Okay, so update on that. He's balled up, so I think he's super pissed. Like, not even close to like if I go near him, he's gonna pounce. But I just saw on my platform here or whatever to the chair, another spider that was like fingertip sized, but it had a rotating circular like little white dot that it kept going like as it moved along or whatever. And I was just like, it's like a Cylon, but a spider. And I think it's gonna murder me. Hey, what? Battlestar Galactica, motherfucker, let's go.
Well, he was an old little Battlestar.
Well, I'm just saying, Aragog did have many children, and he may have
Don't
summoned
tell me
them.
that. Don't remind me of that.
Oh, my bad.
Because these little fuckers are probably in my walls right now.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, I just quit the podcast. I got stuff to do.
I got to burn the house down.
Some of the burn house. Yeah, burn the house now.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn the fucking house down.
Have the
He's Googling
spiders
flamethrower.
replaced? Right. Have the spiders replaced all the insulation in your house with spiders yet? That's when you have to worry. If you come up in the attic and like the pink insulation is moving, that's a problem.
I never liked you. And
Welcome to October, folks, where we got Spooktober discussions and nightmare fuel.
That's right.
That's
Speaking
not
of that,
right. I've always kind of liked you, but I just, our early recordings should show I ask for you regularly with Way.
I appreciate that.
This episode is going to be released in October, so I had an October question for everybody. And yes, it's a movie question. Surprise. What are your 2 staple movies you have to watch around Halloween? Just 2 of them. I have a list of them, so I won't go through my whole list, but I'll pick out 2 of mine that I have to watch. And I can go first since I already had previous knowledge of this.
Yeah, you go first.
All right. One is off the wall. Not really a Halloween movie. You can really watch it anytime. But The Birds. I have to watch The Birds. Yeah, around Halloween. I'll watch it anytime, but I have to watch it at Halloween, or it's not Halloween for me. And the second one is, of course, got to be a slasher film, and it's the stereotypical Halloween, the original, the first one. And I have a pretty cool little tidbit for you about Halloween. I noticed the last time that I watched it, besides the first killing when he kills his sister and when Michael Myers kills his sister and goes to the insane asylum, there is not another killing in the movie until 35 minutes left in the film.
It's all just chase?
I
haven't seen that movie in forever.
Yeah, it's
it's
like an hour and a half. Last 35 minutes of the film, that's when all the killing occurs.
It's mostly like, oh, hey, I thought I saw a shadow or something, and, or did you hear that? Yeah. Go check it out. And then, it a half dozen of those and suddenly murders. Like he got caught on the 7th time, was like, fuck it, stab.
Yeah. It's kind of like he was building up to the kill again. And then when he finally did it, he just like unleashed the beast and just kept going.
I don't know that I have a movie that I have to watch around Halloween.
Okay.
For some reason, I associate Star Wars: A New Hope with around Halloween, but not necessarily. It's obviously not a Halloween movie, but I feel like maybe it was on.
It was scary.
It was scary.
You got the desert, and it's spooky out there at night, and the droids were fucking by themselves, and you didn't know what the hell was going on with them. Like that was what
and Jawas
to the droids.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jawas, little bastards.
Scared the hell out of me. All right, so
I'm scared now.
I take it you don't have a second one, Zach, since you don't really have
No,
one.
like I don't dislike horror, but it's not like a genre that I seek. It's not like sci-fi or something that I'm like, oh, I gotta go watch this new horror movie. My wife is big into horror movies, so she may have something that she watches or wants to
All right.
watch around Halloween.
So go grab your wife, put her on the podcast real quick. Let her give you the 2 movies.
Maybe she has something to say. Damn.
She's playing Elder Scrolls Online right now, so I don't think we want to bother her.
Don't disturb
Oh,
her.
That's okay, just
Game.
break
I need to
in.
show me around.
All right, so who wants to go next?
So I have horror movies that I watch that are not. Well, one of them's not Halloween-y, and then the other one totally is.
Okay.
The not so Halloween-y one that I like to watch every year is Green Room, and it is the story of a punk rock band that's kind of had a shit run on their tour, and in a moment of desperation decides to play a gig at a last-minute gig at a biker bar, which ends up being a bunch of Nazis, and they do a murder in said Green Room, and the band's all like, "We got to get out of here," and then horror from there on in. So. It's delicious. It's such a good movie.
Yeah, but the surprise one on that movie is who stars in it?
Anton Shelton, or I think Helton.
Who won?
He played Chekhov in Star Trek.
I know. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Yeah, Anton. Yeah, you're right.
Yelchin.
Yelchin.
Yeah, I was trying to get you to say his character name. That's what I was trying to get.
What, in the movie?
The new Chekhov.
Yeah, the new Chekhov.
New Chekhov. Well,
One that
not
died.
really the new Chekhov anymore, but
I was gonna say, is it the one that died? He was really good.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
I liked him as Chekhov.
Yeah, he was great at Chekhov.
yeah, that was.
What else you got?
Huh?
Yeah, what's your second one?
Hocus Pocus.
There's nothing wrong with Hocus Pocus.
I didn't say there was. Why are you trying to invalidate that shit?
what are you doing there, man? What are you saying?
Well, shit. I just called myself out, I guess.
What the fuck, bro?
I was somewhat judging, but then I was like, wait a minute. There's no judging on that one. It's not that bad. Now, if you would have said Hocus Pocus 2,
then you could have
then
been
I'm
like,
judging.
oh, yeah, no. But no, Hocus Pocus, man. That's a yearly with the kids,
it's a good one, too.
Hey,
I enjoy
You're
it.
acting like you can't be like, hey, man, some children movies aren't half bad. I'm pretty sure we could go around and say what our favorite Disney movie is.
Next episode.
There you go.
Come
Tune
back
in
to
next
that.
week to find out what our favorite Disney movies are.
Maybe
That's
Grimm
right.
forget.
I'll go. What the heck? Psycho is one of mine.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Albert. I mean, I love Albert Hitchcock, but Psycho, I think, is probably the first horror movie, psychological, thriller that I think I remember watching as a teenager. So, I mean, that's kind of a regular for this time of year. And then there's a Rocky Horror Picture Show, of all things.
I was about to say Rocky
Makes
Horror's got to
sense.
be on your list. We quote that all the time.
Yeah. I like it.
So yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm with Zach. I can watch any of these movies at any time. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. I just put it on. I'm going to watch it. Geez, I can't even. You said Psycho, Birds.
Okay, so let's take the Halloween part about it out. Okay, what are your 2 favorite just horror films? Let's go with that.
Okay, one of mine, and I have to think of the other one, is From Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Just for the quotability of it, it's awesome.
Now let's hear that fucking band.
He-Mouth, help me.
Do what?
He-Mouth, help me.
I never mouth help me. Okay, so what was the other?
Was that Selma Hayek?
Yeah,
She's
Selma
in
Hayek.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
she's the object of Quentin Tarantino's sex fetish in that one, which is fucking hysterical.
No, just foot.
That is his sex fetish. Is feet.
It is straight up. And Grimm and I have discussed this in length. Tarantino has a foot fetish. Every single movie that he has, there's a naked foot somewhere in it, and it's usually a good-looking female with that naked foot.
As soon as you said that, I just had flashes of Tarantino movies. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also has an Uma Thurman.
Points it out. You don't know it.
That too.
He does have an Uma Thurman fetish, but it's feet, man. There is not a Tarantino film out there that doesn't have a foot in it, a naked foot on a beautiful woman. Even to Django.
Yeah.
I got a favorite horror movie, and it's probably Alien. Although I enjoy watching Aliens better, it's a more entertaining movie. But like the classic Alien is like probably one of my favorites. Actually, a couple of years ago in 2019, it was the 40th anniversary of Alien, and we watched it in a local theater, and that was like the first time I'd ever seen it. Kind of event. Like I'd seen the movie probably a dozen times on a little 13-inch TV or something like that. But that's the first time I'd seen the movie kind of thing. It was amazing in the theater.
Yeah, that's a good one to see at theaters.
Yeah, it was so good.
You got a second one? Because I know Robert didn't give us his second one yet.
Second horror movie? I'll have to think about that. Come back.
All right. How about you, Robert?
No, I'm still thinking. What about you?
I can name some more. Another surprising one that I enjoy, because like I said, I have a list. I think the list is up to like 12 movies I have to watch. And Jaws is definitely one of them. I have to watch Jaws.
We just discussed that the other day with you.
Yeah, I haven't seen Jaws in a long time, and I think it's about time to watch it.
Mm-hmm. And you can skip
Before
all the
your
other
next
ones,
fishing
just
trip.
the first one.
Right. That's what you said. I don't know that I've ever seen any of the original Jaws.
Oh man, they're so good. Said nobody ever.
Especially 3D.
Oh,
The Return. Yeah.
Ooh.
Or was that The Return?
Stop! You're hurting me.
With the great Lou Gossett Jr.
Ugh.
Man, that will cure your anybody wanting to be like, hey Dad, let's go to the beach. Now I'll tell you what, let's watch Jaws.
I'm using that later.
Yep, that's absolutely true.
Want to go to the beach
So,
still?
Robert, you can't come up with a second one?
Psychologically speaking, I can always watch North by Northwest. Vertigo.
North by Northwest.
Vertigo's good.
Yeah. I went on the Alfred Hitchcock tangent in my head.
Yeah, North by Northwest, Vertigo.
Vertigo is definitely the more psychological of the two.
If you want to get into psychological, and you'll probably laugh at me for this one, but have you ever seen Rope?
I have never seen Rope.
Man, that is a great movie, and it's filmed as if it's one continuous shot. Like from room to room, they follow the people, they come back. It's almost like they're doing a play live, and it's very beautifully shot, but it is messed up because it starts off with these two guys murdering a dude and putting him into a curio cabinet, which they took, had dishes that they had stored in it, and they put him in there, and then they had a dinner party while there's a dead body sitting in that cabinet the entire time. And it's really good, but that's a psychological, just like, what the hell.
Where y'all at in your cigar?
Yeah, I was about to ask, how we doing?
I'm about to take my band off, and I had a little bit of a really dense spot that kind of had to go out, but I relit it, and I think we're okay now.
Yeah, I took off the band, and I'm like, wow, I got a lot more cigar.
Right? It's because the band is huge.
It's massive, yeah.
That's okay. It'll go in the bottle.
No, believe it or not,
About the same.
my draw has gotten like thicker. It's starting to be harder to puff on already. And then for me, it's gotten a little stronger.
Yeah, definitely a little strong. More pepper for me.
Yeah, I'm picking up pepper.
I'm picking up pepper now. It's tingling the tongue.
I like it.
How about you, Robert?
I can't even see the damn scene.
Yeah, I've got the flavor pepper thingy, and it is a little harder now, a little stronger. I'm still enjoying it, but getting to that point.
You're getting stronger. All right, how about you, Grimm?
Trying to think of a word other than pepper.
I can't taste the same thing as other people in the same cigar.
Spicy?
Caliente. Yay.
Hot.
Caliente. Muy bien. Hello.
Very good, dog.
Yes. Very good, dog.
Okay.
What? I can't
Interesting.
spit lingo like the kids these days.
I don't think they say Pedro. They might actually go the full dog, but I mean,
Listen here, Caperone. Let's go.
was that copperone? Was that like copper and pepperoni put together?
Caperone.
Now I kind of want to eat a pepperoni pizza. Thanks.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't say calzone. God damn it, you fat people.
Hungry, man.
Shame. Hey, I gave
No,
the
as
warning
of,
before this. You want to eat before you smoke this one.
I did have something to eat before this.
I
I
advise it.
said, we were joking before we got started. I think this is the second or third recording we've done where I've had a freaking Wendy's cup in my hand.
You can't go wrong with Wendy's. It's one of my
I guess
favorite.
Apparently, they have
restaurants.
salads.
They've all since I think the 90s they've had salads and they've been good. And I don't understand how that is, but
Well, you do know that the original Wendy's, they used to have salad bars.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
You could walk up in a Wendy's and go to the salad bar and feast. And it was good too.
I vaguely recall that, but then I didn't eat salads then, and well, funny, I don't really eat salads now. So
Well, I started liking salads at the very end of the Wendy's era salad, you know?
the salad bar,
Right as the salad
era.
bar went away.
Right as the salad bar went away for them and Ryan's died.
Right.
So, you know.
Right.
Oh man, Ryan's.
Ryan's, yeah.
Yeah, you remember Ryan's? I'm pretty sure they're
It's right
still alive
next to the-
somewhere, but not here.
It was right next to the church that I was going to when I lived in Morrow
I like how we're
back in the
dating
old school
ourselves.
days.
You know, like
I
let's talk about
mean-
when we used to work at Blockbuster.
I'm
No,
okay with that.
that's not. That's another episode.
I know
Yeah,
because you're not.
I mean,
dead.
we are
Two different
we are talking movies.
That's why
We
we
are,
talk movies.
but
That's because
I-
it's still ingrained into us.
It is. It's so ingrained. It's so bad.
That reminds
I'll
me,
show up at a
Grimm.
funeral and be like, "Sorry for your loss. Maybe you should watch, Love Actually or something like that, and feel better."
Cheer you up.
Yeah.
Speaking of horror movies, I recall a previous podcast somewhere in the annals of history. Something about a horror movie. Tire?
Rubber.
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 Movie is so bad. So
Oh, it's
so
bad.
bad.
so good.
It is not good. It is
It's
terrible.
awesome. And if you want to
I
alienate
mean,
our podcast, you just let everybody know that I said they should watch that movie. You're gonna edit that out, I'm sure, but still, it's my recommendation, buddy.
it'll never see the
Remember,
light day,
folks,
buddy. I'm not.
No. What's the complaint email? Isn't that Grimm at?
It's Billy Ed.
Yeah, the complaints went to Billy. If it was good news, then it went to me or Grimm.
No, we never got an email. Not one.
Not one.
Not a single one.
No,
3
no,
years
no.
of podcast.
That's not true. We did get one. we got one, and it was funny. But
Someone
again,
take
another
Grimm's
podcast.
mic away.
I think it was to the the liking of that right there.
We like your podcast, except you should get rid of the talent.
Okay, so I did have a question.
I want to answer it.
I'll sing. Okay, good. As long as somebody does.
I do.
Well, the answer is.
it's
Sorry, you're supposed to ask.
It's a cigar-related question. That's what's so cool about it.
That seems on brand for us.
Where is the coolest place that you've ever had a cigar? And if you don't have one that you're like, this is so cool, where is the coolest
Make
place
one
you've
up.
been that you wish that you could have smoked a cigar there?
Coolest place
How's
is
that?
obviously my mom's back porch because she
I wasn't
flat
supposed
out,
to have
hated, she hated when I smoked. I used to smoke cigarettes and vape and everything else like that. So now I like to smoke a cigar whenever I get to her house, just to be like, I'm still doing it, punk. The coolest place I wish I would have smoked a cigar. Truist Field.
Oh, that would have been
I
fun.
would like to watch a Braves game with a fine beverage of the whiskey variety and a cigar, and not have some jackass next to me like, you need to get out, sir.
I do like how you at Truist Park would be a cool place to smoke a cigar. I agree with that. Go ahead. Yeah, Andy.
I think one of the coolest places I've smoked a cigar was on a cruise ship. Just on the top deck, sitting, in the evening with the cool air, just kind of hanging out on the deck, smoking a cigar. Nobody else. I think just me and Kristen, just sitting on a lounge chair, watching the ocean kind of just go by. And that was, gosh, I think that particular cruise was out in Hawaii. So, but I think
I had
one of the other places I would love to go smoke a cigar is the Grand Canyon. I mean, I've been to the Grand Canyon a couple of times, but
I mean,
it's
just
one of those
to put
places that would just be cool.
over the precipice and know that no one's going to complain at you because nobody's going to.
Yeah. Well,
like,
I had a similar experience with like Andy, except when I was on the cruise ship, it was 3:00 in the morning. Nobody was out there. Pitch black. All you see is the moon. And we're hauling ass. And it is such a good feeling just to sit out there and smoke a cigar. Nobody's bothering you. You got a breeze going. It feels so good. It was awesome. So I definitely know Andy's feelings on that one. That's a good feeling. And that's an awesome place to have a cigar. But not my best. The best one, it's kind of simple, but it was really good. And it was with my brother-in-law. We were in Tennessee, and we were sitting beside this really nice little river. And it was relaxing, and people would come up to us, and they wouldn't give us shit about smoking cigars. They just literally came up, talked to us and stuff like that. It was really cool. And I think just the experience alone there where, you weren't getting shit for smoking. You weren't, kind of looked down upon because you were sitting there smoking a cigar, more than they just want to talk to you and say, hey, where are you from? And these people had kids, and me and Robert were like, do we need to put out our cigars because you have kids? No, y'all were out first. We just came over. But just sitting there beside the little river that was there was just calming and just one of the best smokes. It was a really good experience. Now, where I wish I could have smoked, same trip for the cruise at the Mayan pyramids.
That would have been
That
cool.
would have been a really cool place to smoke.
Did you go to Chichen Itza, or was it another one?
Um, I, I don't think it was Chichen Itza. It wasn't the really big one.
Okay.
It was one of the smaller ones. But it was a really cool experience there, and I would have been just walking around that place smoking a cigar would have been awesome.
I have some memories of smoking a cigar, like, that was really peaceful. Like at my old job, there was a little stream in the back, or right behind the building, and I would take a chair out, and if nothing was going on, or I knew I was going to have an hour to kill or something, and I would sit out there and smoke a cigar, and it was very nice. But recently, I was in Galveston, and I was fishing on a pier in Galveston, and smoked a cigar there, and it was just like I was just having such a good time. It was really good. But I wish that it was before I smoked cigars at all. But Yosemite National Park, it's a pretty special place, and
Yeah, it is.
sitting outside, watching the stars out there, the best stars I've ever seen. That would be a good place to smoke a cigar.
Yeah. How about you, Robert?
Okay. Well, backstory for everyone watching. Ben is my brother-in-law. So, I actually have two very cool thoughts about that one. One was on a cruise with Ben. It was right after I found out he was going to have his first child. His only child. And that was cool. The second one, again with Ben in Tennessee, not by the creek, but a couple years ago, we rented Airbnb in the mountains overlooking like the valley. And that was a pretty cool one too. I wish I had smoked before I went skydiving. That would have just been cool to me.
Before or during would have been fine. Skydiving, I'd have been okay with that.
Well, during would have been a little hard to drag on, but
It's a little windy.
It was weird. As soon as I got out of
Ashes
the
all
plane,
in your
I took a
face.
deep throated a cigar.
All the way down, just choking.
I ate my cigar.
By the time you actually hack it up, you're already you already hit the ground. Damn it, I missed it.
That brings up a good memory of smoking cigars.
And he's
Any
living
pauses?
that memory right now, folks. Pause.
He is. He's,
It was obviously in
I
Vietnam.
live there now.
it requires composure, No, it's Grimm and you, Gibs, coming to the house after Dad died. Sitting in the patio, or in the driveway, because Mom doesn't have a patio. Been sitting in the driveway, just smoking and reminiscing.
Yeah, that's a good memory.
And for that, now I'm going to change drinks.
There you go. Get something stronger.
I called my parents earlier today, and just to catch up a little bit. And I was telling them that we were going to record tonight, and I don't have like distinct memories of the event, but after my grandfather passed, when we were at my grandmother's house, we smoked a cigar out on the back patio, and my grandfather used to smoke cigars, and that was pretty special.
Yeah.
Also, right after we moved down here to Louisiana, my parents came to visit, just to kind of see our new apartment and help us kind of get moved in and stuff. And I smoked a cigar with my dad, and we just sat out on the back porch, and just the two of us. It was a good time, good memories.
Yeah. when my dad was sick, and just before he died, me and my sister don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but there was a really nice day that we were really stressed out because my dad and everything, and we went out on the front porch, and me and my sister smoked a cigar, and that it was kind of awesome because this is the first time that she kind of started opening up, started talking and about everything going on with me, because we don't talk. I mean, we're brother and sister, you know. But it opened up that line of communication for us to actually be able to converse and talk about what was going on, and it turned into a really good memory, you know. So just like it brings all of us together, it does have that ability to bring people together and actually talk and open up and relax. And so it's kind of a cool thing. Yeah. Brought the mood down. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is pretty heavy.
I was gonna say I don't have anything.
Just like
I
the
think
cigar.
I smoked a cigar once with my dad, and Andy would remember those. From
Oh, I love taboos, man.
15 years ago, and I was super excited because I was like, it was my first time smoking with my dad, and you know, I had these awesome cigars that I really liked. We get through the entire thing, and I was like, "How'd you like the cigar, man?" He was like, "Eh."
Wow.
Gibs has done that to me too. It's all right.
So let it be known, I have not smoked a cigar with my dad since.
So bringing that up, do you have any memories like that, Robert, or do you want to move on?
Not really.
Okay.
My dad doesn't smoke, or as far as I know, I mean, he's in Indiana. So, and my other dad, he used to smoke, but then he got married to my mom, and he doesn't smoke anymore.
Yeah, I met your mom. There's a reason. She can kick his ass.
Yeah. Would.
I am scared of his mom. His mom is like half my height and skinny as can be, but I know she can whoop my ass.
She got the full rage.
Yes.
She'll break that
Don't
rod,
mess
bro.
with an Asian
Straight
lady.
up.
Don't mess with them, man. When they get mad,
Mm.
they might not be able to throw a punch, but they throw shit.
And they throw it well with accuracy.
Yes.
Years of precision.
Right?
Exactly. Oh.
To add on to the smokeless cigar, my dad, they were Cubans. They were Romeo and Juliet's from Cuba that someone gave.
Nice.
So that was
Nice.
which I that's like not like a significant cigar to me, but it was, you know, a little extra special. I guess it's can't get it readily.
It is. It very much is. And believe it or not, I smoked the Romeo and Juliet from Cuba as well on the spoke.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Same cigar. So cigar check. I'm about halfway through mine. Again, it's getting heavier for me. It's getting harder to draw. I mean, you have to puff on it a little bit to get it going. Yep.
Yeah,
About
Grimm.
same there.
That's about what I got left.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, and but it's still good. It's still good tasting. It's heavier. I'm starting to feel a little lightheaded, a little bit, just a little bit, not much. But it's definitely getting heavier for me.
Yeah, same over here. It's just concentrating a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel the fuller body kind of come through, but I'm not having the tight draw.
I'm
You
having a
guys
tight
are
draw for some
experiencing.
reason.
I got a little bit
Yeah,
of a tight draw.
Give a little massage.
We'll give it the Andy massage here.
There you go. Oh yeah. Oh
The Andy
yeah.
massage.
Like just like that.
Why have I not experienced an Andy massage?
Because it's mine. It's not the Grimm massage.
The Grimm can experience it though, right? Like, come on now.
Friend share, Andy. Friend share.
Yeah,
Come by later.
yeah, I might have to. If I had to describe my experience, I feel like I've been tongued by an ox.
What the fuck does that mean?
Like, have you ever gone to like Pine Mountain or any of those places where like you feed the ox and emu and all that shit, the pellets out, and they like hit you with the huge tongue, and they just like, and like you're like, wow, thanks, dude. I was just trying to feed you, make sure you'd survive.
Well, that usually is followed by a disgusting slobbery feeling on your arm or hand.
That's your experience. You don't fucking judge me. I prefer the ox portion of Pine Mountain, thank you.
Well, what he doesn't tell is, he balances one of the things on his... Oh, never mind.
Oh. We don't get into kinks here, sir.
Yes,
no,
we do.
No, we don't kink shame.
We don't kink shame.
Well, then, yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, if you just like put them across your chest, you're like, come here, ox.
Yep.
You come out with half your shirt missing, and the employees are like, what the fuck happened to you? And you're all like, pleasure.
I was about to say, you're gonna be like, you come out and your shirt's all torn. We're so sorry, sir, you're Turk. No, so worth it.
I'll pay you extra.
Here's next plan. Have a great day.
I'll be back next week.
How many times can you go through in a day?
I got some stuff with some peanut butter I got to try.
Can't bore them with just the same pellets, man. Everybody else is giving them pellets. You got to really bring it,
Yep. And this part of our show has been censored because
it's a felony. Disclaimer to anybody watching: I don't actually do any of that shit. I need attention.
I thought that's why you did that shit. So you get...
Well, you're definitely getting attention with a big old tongue coming out at you.
Yeah, well, that's what the cigar is. Like, I inhale the cigar, and it's this huge tongue of heaviness in my mouth and in my face. And then I don't know what to do afterwards because, like, I know I need a towel.
All right.
That means you're enjoying it. That's a positive approval.
I meant because I was drooling, but whatever.
Okay, that could be positive.
Either way, it works.
You're perverts.
Yes.
I don't like you people anymore.
Let's face it, you never did.
I show up every fucking week for this shit. I prove my love, okay? Like, I don't want to hear it.
You're only a little
reason,
bit late. It's all right.
What?
All right, kids, don't make me pull over the car.
He definitely wasn't as late as I was.
This is true. Time zones are tough.
Yeah, time zones are tough.
So, Robert, is it still scaring you? Is this
Not really.
Still
It's still pulling really easy. It is a little heavier, but it's still enjoyable. The world is spinning around me, but that's okay. And I don't know if you've noticed, I've sunk a little lower in my chair, but it's okay.
Can you rewind the video? I kind of want to see him go from this to
like,
time lapse him just sinking into his chair.
I can't.
Pretty soon we're going to see the entire grill behind him.
Just the top of his head.
Hey guys.
And just a brief puff of smoke going up.
I'm still here.
It's so good. Where are you? Where's the mic?
Chris and I were
Where'd
talking
everybody
about
go?
this earlier. This isn't the first heavy cigar that that I've had. And I know it's not the first heavy cigar Gibs or Zack. I don't think it's the first heavy cigar you've had. I know it's the first heavy cigar Robert's really kind of gotten into. But
this is
talking
the darkest.
Talking about cigars. Yes. Talking about cigar memories, though. I remember going into a lounge and somebody had just walked out with like 8 boxes, full boxes of cigars. And I walked in the shop and was talking to the owner, and he's like, "Yeah, that guy just made my sales for the month. I'll get you a cigar. Go get what you want, but I'll give you one for free. Smoke it while you're here. So I sit down on the nice leather couch, and he's like, "You've had lunch, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, maybe an hour or so ago." And I think the cigar was and I'm gonna have to Google it real quick, but it's the C4. I want to say I think it's a Tat cigar, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But he grabbed me a Coke and said, "All right, here you go, have fun." And yeah, I got through that cigar, and this is 10 years ago or more. I tried to get out of that leather couch and couldn't fucking move. I mean, my ass was planted to that chair. There was no way I could get up. He's like, "You all right?" I said, "Yeah, but I think I'm going to sit here for a little while."
That's similar to the first time I ever smoked a Cohiba Black Maduro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you ever seen a Cohiba Black Maduro, they are like dark. Like, this is dark, but those are like black. They're so dark. Like, the wrapper, everything is just dark on them, right? And it was a smaller cigar, but I went back to the hotel room, and I went out on the balcony, smoked it, and I was like, man, why is everything spinning? I mean, Jesus. And I got up, and I thought I was okay, start walking back into it, and all of a sudden, I had to hurl. It was that strong. I ran, did my business, and I was like, damn, that is the first time ever a cigar put me on my ass.
By the way, the VI makes this before.
What was it that you gave me, Andy, that I got the old
that was
Technicolor
Aroma.
on?
Yep.
Aromacraft?
It's Aroma Cro-Magnon.
Oh, okay. It was excellent, by the way. But a bit much for me.
Sorry, buddy.
I would smoke it again. It was good. I would smoke it slower, and I may not finish it.
I think I lied about my first. I had a Cohiba Black with Ben, and I was like, "No, this is totally fine. I don't understand what you guys got going on." And then he left, and I was like, "I'm gonna go take a nap now."
Right. Point of correction: Viaje makes the C4.
And
Thank you.
I could probably speak for Robert on this one. This is probably the most heaviest cigar that Robert has smoked, because he usually smokes with me, and I know what he smokes. This is probably the heaviest one he's had.
Yep.
I do have a fun cigar memory. Shortly after moving here to Louisiana, one of my coworkers who I was really in close proximity with, our desks were like right next to each other, and we decided to go out to a local bar that allowed cigar smoking at the time. And I think we bought one cigar, or I bought a cigar and gave him the cigar I was going to smoke. And Sean, Andy and Gibs may know him. He got really lightheaded from it, and we had eaten a meal and hung out for a while, and he was like, "I think I just need to maybe sit for a minute before I drive." He was like, "I think I'm high." I'm like, "You might be." Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can have that effect.
But it was a good time. Also, cool bar called Noble Savage that has like crazy good food. They serve like some game, like you can get venison and wild boar and other game birds and stuff. It's not that boar is a bird, but they have like pheasant and stuff when they have it. It's
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Why haven't we gone there yet?
I don't have a good reason for that.
You're fired.
You want to go? I mean, not right now, but I don't
No,
think
no,
you
later.
can smoke there anymore, though. I
Damn
think the city ordinance changed, and you can't smoke in the bar anymore. Still a cool bar. They have music and stuff.
That okay. Bringing that up, not being able to smoke in restaurants anymore. There was a cool incident that me and Andy had. Remember Taco Mac?
Yes.
Yeah, where we wanted to smoke cigars, and you can't smoke cigars in restaurants, just period. But the waitress there was really freaking cool, and we were like, if we sit out here, because we were the only ones outside because it was raining, and but they was covered, you know. So we were like, do you mind if we smoke cigars out here? And she was like, go ahead, nobody's here. And that was a fun time.
That was a good time. It's like, if anybody shows up, those are cigarettes.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. She didn't care. She was just like, she got a good tip that day. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, if anybody asks and actually comments in the post, this is a soccer jersey. I am not a sports person at all. And if you look real close, it says AFC Richmond. That's not a real team. This is the team from Ted Lasso.
Oh, nice.
I am a Ted
Nerd.
Lasso fan, but I'm not a sports fan. But Ted Lasso, that is the shit. I do love that show. And I'm very sad that it's not happening.
I still haven't seen the third season, but the first two are very good.
Yeah, third is awesome.
Yeah.
They wrap everything up, but it's really good.
Hey, Grimm's not disappearing into the night yet.
No, it's because we started early.
No, it's because I got a fucking ring light shining in my goddamn face. I mean,
Lagatha agrees.
we're advancing in technology to where I don't disappear with the sun. Yes. Glory be, blood bags.
Glory be.
Glory.
So say we all.
Hey, you know, we're trying to get a little better on every podcast.
Right?
Better for who?
Better for the world.
Yeah.
Better for everybody else, not necessarily us.
I was gonna say I was not built to be a social media monster or anything else like that at this point, because if I had to do this for like streaming video games or something like that, I would be like, you know what, just hold on a second, and I'd take the light on the screen and damn it!
Get out of my face!
Get out of my face! You can see this glow with the screen, you're alright.
Oh man.
Now I'm staring at it.
Like
Alright,
a
so-
moth with flame.
I've hit that third tier of the triple Maduro here. It's starting to get heavier, and it's starting to affect me a little bit more now.
I blame the whiskey.
I feel a little lightheaded, but I'm not sure if it's the Negronis or the cigar.
Either way, you're having a good time.
The
For sure.
groans.
Yeah, it's a new drink for me. It's an old drink, but it's a new
I
drink.
was going to
for
say,
Zack.
whole drink.
Having to slow down my breathing.
So we were talking about like strong cigars that kind of kicked our ass a little bit earlier, and I have a memory of sitting on the back porch in Knoxville, which is where I smoked most of my cigars in Knoxville, and I had a short story,
Mhm.
and for some reason it was way too much. It was like fall, and it was probably in the 40s outside, and I was wearing like a big Carhartt jacket, and it was toasty, and about, I don't know, maybe the last third of the cigar, which is, it's a short cigar, but it packs a punch, and I'm like taking off the jacket and like leaning back in the chair, and I'm like, it's so hot.
I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die.
Yeah, I probably would have felt better if I puked, but I didn't.
Hey, that's a pro tip. If you do puke, you do feel better.
That's true. Also, if you start to feel a little weird, maybe stop.
Maybe stop.
That's the lesson I learned.
But
or maybe not
I've yet
learned
to
well.
learn that lesson. Yeah, I
I
haven't
was like,
learned
well,
that.
damn, Zach, what was that like 5 seconds ago?
By the way, Robert, just a warning. When you get down to the very last part, don't get up very fast. Don't.
Oh shit, I'm not gonna move for a couple hours.
He is kind of sliding. I can't see the
He
grip.
is. Now he's going like, hey guys.
It's like the alcoholic lean.
He's like, son of a bitch. So, you know what? This is a good cigar.
I'm ready to review this thing if y'all are.
Go
I
ahead.
think I'm there.
I like the cigar a lot. I'm gonna give it 4.5 leaves.
Nice.
Yeah.
What'd you knock it off for?
It's not the best cigar I've ever had.
Good reason.
It's solid though. Like I don't want anything extra out of it. It tastes good the whole way through. Construction was pretty solid even when it was a little tight. The ash held really well. Like one of those that if you had paid attention to it and kept it upright, you probably could have left most of the ash on, or at least got a decent enough ash that when it fell on you, you would definitely have to wash your shorts after that.
Yeah. But it'd also be a sense
Sure.
of pride.
Yeah.
Totally.
So
Anybody else
4.5.
want to review theirs?
I'd call it a 4. I would say 4 leaves. It's not something I would put down as a go-to. If I had a choice of this and something else might be calling my name, but I would smoke it again for sure.
Okay. Fair enough.
Definitely get that.
Yeah, I'll follow that up. I'll give it a 4 because it's not a go-to. It's not one I seek out. Camacho's been in the business for a long time, and their brand has changed a lot in the years, even the years that I've been smoking. It's got good flavor. It's got good construction. It is a heavier cigar. I mean, if I'd have had a steak dinner with with potatoes or something along those lines, I would. Yeah, this is one of those that I would go for with that. It's good. It's got great construction, but since it's not something I'm going to seek out, just make a go-to cigar out of. I'll give it a 4.
Fair enough. You gonna go with yours, Grimm?
I'm gonna say
Okay.
it's a bit peppery, but the feel's good, the burn's good, it's never too much. It does have a little bit of a kick to it as far as goes where I'm a little lightheaded.
Yeah. You slowed down. You got quieter.
Everything is a bit much, so I'm gonna go with 4.
Yeah. And I'll follow up with mine. Very peppery, especially like I said, that Triple Maduro. I feel that it lives up to its name. You get 3 different tiers of heaviness to this. It gets heavier and heavier and heavier. Very peppery towards the end. I don't want to put it down though. So I want to keep smoking it even when my fingers are like ow, 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 ow. I can get one more. But I'm going to give it a 4.5. I'm with Zach. It's definitely a good cigar. I won't knock it off because I wouldn't say it's a go-to cigar, but I agree with Andy in that aspect of it is good with a good meal. If you've had a good meal, this would be definitely a good cigar to follow it up with, because it's just a compliment to that. It's good.
I definitely dig the peppery That's a aspect of the cigar I enjoy.
But I am lightheaded as shit right now. So,
Are you kidding? I can't even see you people on the screen anymore. You just shapes.
You're really saving yourself some heartache not seeing us.
can't say so much for the audience. Sorry, guys.
One of those on the side pro tips for those of you that are affected by the whole I've had way too much nicotine in the cigar. Grab a spoonful of sugar and let it sit under your tongue, or grab some chocolate. Harry
Chicken
Potter was
stand.
not wrong. Get some chocolate. Once you can move.
Once you can move.
Once you can move.
Maybe
That's
next
okay.
time just have it handy. Just oh, I'm gonna need a little bit of chocolate with this.
Yep.
And on that note, I think we can wrap up this episode.
Did we get a rating from Robert?
Yeah, you got a 4.
Oh, 4. That's right. Sorry, my bad.
This man.
This man.
How many fingers am I holding up?
It's in there.
Well, actually, no, I can't wrap up because we have to pick up. So, who finished first? Is anybody finished?
Zack. I'm not. I don't even
I mean,
know.
I
Oh,
still
great.
got a little bit left.
All right. Well, I'm about to say whoever finished first can pick the next cigar, but since nobody's finished,
I don't know what's in the box to pick. What our options are.
I want to do the strong one. I want to do the diesel vintage.
Hell was this?
I'm picking
I
up
don't
that
mean like
picture.
strong,
Hang on,
strong.
Zack.
No,
Diesel
I forgot
vintage.
that picture.
I think we should smoke next. I think that'll be a good cigar for us. And for those of you that want to smoke along with our podcast, please do. It's the diesel vintage. I'll put the
I got it
specs
right
on
here.
social, so you can pick it up. So Andy will tell us the specs.
Oh, that's
It's Diesel Vintage Series 4000. It's the Giganti nub. It's a 4.5 by 60. It's a Mexican San Andreas wrapper with Esteli Habano binder and Jalapa Habano filler. I'm going to leave out the tasting notes because, well,
we'll figure it out.
that's what the podcast is for. But it hails from Nicaragua and AJ Fernandez.
Yep. So,
I'm on board with that.
so that
Although I think the next episode's a grab bag, isn't it? Or are we saving that?
yeah, next episode is a grab bag, but after that one, we'll get the diesel vintage. So, again, everybody, you're welcome at the Back Porch Lounge anytime. Come and smoke with us. Communicate with us. We're on the socials. Right now, we're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. Hit us up on it. Talk to us. We want to hear your feedback. We want to hear your stories. We want to hear if you have any comments for us, So, on that note, I want to say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.